and the conflict that goes on in the world. And change is a gradual process. It's a rhythm that one has to get caught up into. And so if you think about the new souls who are being born on this planet now, they're involved in a whole different rhythm than ever has been before. So much of the rhythms of the past decades have been involved around the energy of conflict, the energy of transition, transformation, realization. And of course, as people have unfolded more in the understanding of how life works, then of course it starts to change the collective vibration, which itself becomes a great magnet for attracting newer vibrations and newer energies. So, like all of you here, you've chosen to be alive at this time in history because of your need to understand yourself in an extreme way, hence being alive at a time where things are so extreme. And then as the new souls come in, they're not coming into a place with extreme ideas about needing to resolve and have conflict. They're bringing knowledge, they're bringing peace, they're bringing balance, they're bringing harmony. So your son, he could be one of the new world leaders who comes with this great vibration. And therefore, as he grows, you have to look at how to define him and help him to develop his understanding and his ideas. And of course, it's no mistake that he's chosen parents who are so involved in the idea of their mind and body and their spirit. And I think I've said to you in the past that when a soul is choosing its parents, it looks at all the deal that fits in with its intentions. So when you see it from that point, then you realize that all your life really is a whole lot of deals. And it's not a chance thing. It's you as souls, before you're born, making a conscious decision about what to be, what to think, your talents, your understandings. And of course, when you think about the parents, then you realize that for the first few years of any child's life, your life is interpreted by the experiences and thoughts and understanding of the people that you're born into. So it's no mistake that she chose you. And of all the billions of souls that she could have chosen to have as a parent, she chose you. And that's pretty remarkable when you think about it. I mean, it's a real proverbial needle in a haystack.
Actually.
And so I always find human relationships, and particularly families, really exciting. Regardless of whether there might be conflict, it's still exciting because it's a whole lot of souls who've decided, right, well, this is a really good way of understanding myself. And okay, some people are going to question that, particularly when you look at families where there's abuse and violence and all that sort of thing. But even so, you've still got to remember that when you do choose to be involved in whatever the environments are, emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever, then you have to realize, well, from the bigger picture, that soul is having an opportunity to evolve. But also, and I think this is the important thing too, is to remember that despite your circumstances, so we'll say that in this case a soul who chooses to be born into conflict, despite the circumstances, the soul still has choice. And so they have to realize that maybe their lesson, as people say, is very much about, well, I don't have to buy into this. I don't have to be influenced by other people's negativity and other people's fear and other people's anger and other people's pasts. When a woman is pregnant, the soul still accesses in and out of the body right up to the time of birth. So it's monitoring everything. So it's watching what's going on, and it's flying out in spirit, and it's still connected with spirit, and it sort of comes and goes and comes and goes. And then once time of birth comes in, it sort of nestles in there and settles in, and then baby's born. But then, sometimes that can even keep happening after the baby's born. And you can see when some babies are born, it's almost as if the soul's still deciding, is this what I'm wanting? And that's when sometimes the soul decides no, and then within a few days the baby will pass. And so it's where, it's all about the soul watching and observing and considering everything that's actually going on. And as it does so, then it's all to do with its deal, its plan, and its life. And these are the parents, and this is the time in history I'm going to be born into, and these are the the circumstances. So it's very much planning all of the time. And it will guide and direct the parents and also people into its life. The positive ability to all expand and to be more, to see more, to create more, to achieve more. And that's why people do come together in groups, in families. I I mean, there are places that one can incarnate on, not on this planet, but on other places, other dimensions, where you don't have the same units, you don't have the family structures. You know, it's more of that individual thing. And people are more aware of their collectivity and understand that they're all part of a whole being of consciousness. But on Earth, it's very much about the emotions to do with the intimacy of being involved in a group and all the different dynamics that are established from that. And so there's no mistaking anybody's relationship in their families. There's no mistaking any relationship that anyone is actually involved in.